Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Today was a wrap on the East Kentucky Leadership Conference in Pikeville as community leaders head home with new ideas and new plans to improve. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from the final day of the conference.
And that's what people with an attitude of servant leadership do.
A gathering all about growth.
We have made enormous strides in Eastern Kentucky to address some of our most grave challenges, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Garnering something greater.
It must have had some kind of natural talent for leadership.
Together.
And the East Kentucky Leadership Conference is a place where people can come together to share the successes that they've had, explore the challenges that are still ahead of us, and figure out the solutions that we need to carry out.
The East Kentucky Leadership Conference wrapped its 34th event Friday.
So I'm here today to introduce the man who is in the building, Governor Paul Diamond.
With the first in-person meeting since 2019.
Because that's what it's really all about, and it's hard to do that through Zoom.
Celebrating communities and the people who lead the charge.
What we've always tried to do is recognize people who are doing important things, but who really haven't gotten much recognition.
With another year of bringing them all into one space.
But I want to talk to you a little bit about leadership.
We had tremendous facilitators and people with a lot of knowledge and people that are doing really great stuff.
Not just to listen, but to
learn those best practices and take them home, put them to work in their town.
Leave with a desire to lead. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Organizers say they hope to have more people turn out for next year's event, which will take place right here in Hazard as they work to rebuild after the conference took a hit due to the pandemic.
Continuing to watch clouds work into the mountains this evening. Overcast skies, in fact, in many spots here in the mountains. But here's the good news. We're still mild outside and dry. Outside right now, you see from the Mountain Parkway at Slade, overcast, but again, dry at this time. I-75 at London, a similar scene. A few showers have been trying to work their way into portions of the Kentucky River Valley, places like Irvin, Beattyville, Boonville, McKee, seeing some of those as they try to scoot off to the north and east. Not all of this is reaching the ground, but we're trying to get some of that to the ground at this time. There's more where that came from, though. You see, out to the west, more showers beginning to work through southern Illinois. Those showers have our name on them as we head later on into tonight. Mid-70s in some parts of the region, so it is mild, but here's the reason not a whole lot of that's falling yet. Those dew points are in the 40s. So keep that WYMT weather app handy tonight. You will see as we continue through the evening hours the potential for more of those showers. I'll have the details coming up in just a bit. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. An Eastern Kentucky doctor is accused of billing for unnecessary tests and creating false records. The Lexington Herald Leader reports a federal grand jury indicted Dr. Loie Kuza yesterday. He is facing charges of improperly distributing opioid pain drugs through prescriptions not written for a legitimate medical purpose. He's also charged with health fraud and making false statements. Kuza operated East Kentucky Clinic PLLC in Paintsville. Tomorrow is Drug Take-Back Day. It's a day for people to safely dispose of expired, unused, and unwanted prescription drugs. You can drop off those medications at many local police stations or sheriff's offices. We'll have a full list of them for you on our website. Now, not only do they accept medications, they also take vape pens and e-cigarettes. Liquids, syringes, and illegal drugs are not accepted. Tragedy before the final day of racing at Keeneland in Lexington today. A young exercise rider died after she fell from a horse. 20-year-old Callie Witt died in the fall. WYMT's Phil Pendleton is live with more on what happened and how she's being remembered. Phil?
Steve, of course, as you know, Keeneland is one of the most popular places in central Kentucky this time of the year, one of the most scenic and beautiful. But today it was the scene of a tragedy. Hours before the racing began, a young rider fell to her death during a training exercise.
The fact that this young lady was so young and so ambitious and so in love with life and horse racing makes it even a greater tragedy.
Marty McGee has covered horse racing for more than 30 years. He cannot remember a tragedy like this one. A young woman, just 20, who dreamed of being a jockey being killed in a training exercise.
Actually kind of amazed it doesn't happen more often. It's just there are so many different ways to get hurt with these 1,000-pound animals and how fast they go. My heart goes out to the friends and family of Callie.
Witt worked for trainer Joe Sharp, who says the horse sidestepped and may have fishtailed, causing her to fall. One of Callie's horses was the lead horse in a post parade today. Sharp spoke with TVG Network after one of his horses ran in a race today.
You know, we're all heartbroken. Loss of words, but you know, we're proud to have had her and grateful to have had the time we had with her. And, you know, I know her parents are proud of the daughter they raised, and, you know, we're very sorry for their loss. And, you know, we just, man, it's tough.
And of course, words very, very difficult to come by today on such a tragedy that took place. Keeneland's president and CEO Shannon Arvin releasing a statement saying they are heartbroken by the tragic loss, that their hearts and prayers go out to her family, friends, and the entire racing community. Live in Lexington, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, tough day there for sure. Phil, thank you very much. Callie studied at Bluegrass Community and Technical College. She was part of the equine program there. The program was founded in 2006 by Hall of Fame jockey Chris McCarron. It's the first and only community college-based racehorse riding certificate in the United States. The program provides hands-on training and experience for students, teaching them care and management of racehorses. Well, during the East Kentucky Leadership Conference today, special guest speaker Thomas Carew took the stage, discussing his recent appointment to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Carew was appointed Rural Development State Director by President Joe Biden last week, coming out of retirement for the position after years of working for Central Appalachia. He says it's an honor to be appointed into a department that has impacted his life personally, having farmed in Elliott County for years.
I used to have to haul 50 gallons of water every day home from work, and because of a rural water line extension, part funded by USDA, I was able to get water line to our house. So it affected me personally in terms of the quality of life that we have.
Carew also worked for Fahy in Central Appalachia and was the founding executive director of Frontier Housing in Moorhead. The drug epidemic continues to evolve in eastern Kentucky, and organizations across the Commonwealth are evolving with it and offering evidence-based treatment programs. Tonight in Hazard, people in recovery and officials with the Central Kentucky-based treatment team Isaiah House are highlighting the importance of workforce programs in the recovery process. Officials with the workforce development team say the employment on the back end of recovery is just as important as the treatment assigned the day an addict checks into therapy.
If you stick them back out into the environment or back out into society with no hope or no possibilities, they're going to go back to what they always knew. A lot of times that leads them into two places, and one's a jail cell, the other's a grave.
Isaiah House officials say they are expanding the workforce development program into eastern Kentucky. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 11. A Harlan County teen has won the Boys and Girls Club Kentucky Youth of the Year Award. WYMT's Keaton Hall has more on why this award means so much to the Kaywood-Ledford Boys and Girls Club member, Caleb Mcclendon.
Even just from a small town in Harlan, you can always achieve big things.
Caleb Mcclendon is a leader. The captain of the basketball team, the junior at Harlan Independent, is also involved with the Future Business Leaders of America and the Boys and Girls Club. But it hasn't always been easy for the star player.
When I was younger, I didn't really have a lot of role models in my life because I had a rough family past, and I didn't really have nobody I could really look up to.
Growing up, Caleb spent a lot of time at the Boys and Girls Club. Katina Haynes is the CEO of the club's Appalachian region.
You know, I feel like I've raised him.
She's helped guide Caleb since he was 6 years old, seeing how he's grown through adversity.
I've been doing this for nearly 20 years, and you see kids who use that, you know, they grow up and they use that as an excuse, or they use that to propel them. And he is one of the kids that uses that to propel.
With Haynes' support, Caleb has now won the Boys and Girls Club Kentucky Youth of the Year award. The statewide award pitted him against dozens of other clubs and thousands of kids.
Caleb just really knocked it out of the park, and he talked about what the Boys and Girls Club has meant to him, and he's just done a phenomenal job, and he's got a great future ahead of him.
Caleb won $2,500 in scholarships from the state competition.
Basketball coach always says it, that like the younger kids see us as like basically NBA stars to them. So like me having to be able to go read to the younger kids at the elementary, and then me just coming here and playing Legos with kids or something, or going outside in the back and playing basketball.
He now goes on to the regional competition in Chicago, where he has a chance at $20,000 in scholarships. But for Caleb, it hasn't been about the money.
It shows me that, like, makes me feel good about myself, because like I know I'm helping them, and I know I'm shaping them and giving them role models to look up to.
It was being the role model he didn't have. In Harlan, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Caleb says he hopes to play basketball or run track in college, but plans on applying for academic scholarships as well.
And coming up, I've got the latest on our chances for showers and warm weather, as well as we head into the weekend that's just ahead.
And we continue to share stories of those who are making an impact in our region. Next, you'll meet a woman teaching the importance of the arts to future generations.